Test of the emergency broadcast system.
It's cold, man.
You are now witnessing the Eddie Block and Joe Coco Show. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk Coco on the side.
Oh, that's right. I gotta clear this stuff out.
Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, Drunk Coco, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals.
You can hear the music, right, Drunk?
Drunk Coco are great hosts, and we got 50 minutes for the trolls. Let's roll. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk Coco on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, Drunk Coco, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange
Gotta hit that like button already. New managing monitors can support your channel in even more ways. Interesting, I gotta read that. He got the right diet.
Mr. Nice Guy looking heavy, I might try it. Maddie, Courtney, and Evil Knievel. We all know the Lord is coming back for his people. Come get some J, yeah, trade for Trump. We all love.
Dude, I must be going deaf.
What's up to Kim Toe? I got to say hello to Julius Newman, Ringo Brothers, me Vato, Emily Graham, got the Linko like Pronto, Jim Bob's a silly guy, Deborah's head honcho, Gene Spratt, and
What's up, Willow?
Boris might snap off, he's sick of this looting. Richard will pull up and give retribution.
What's up, Ultimate?
Break of Dawn and the Susan, Solomon, following Patriot movements, Brianna, the truth, Muse,
That's weird.
Danny, Huddy, saying what's up on the daily now. No, we don't play around. These minds just might lay you out. If you wild out, Carol,
I can't post to Tumblr anymore. I wonder if I got in trouble.
Find out if you're Antifa or BLM,
You can ride out. What's up, Snookies? Thank you for sharing.
Ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know.
LinkedIn's done.
Yo, Drunk Coco, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and Drunk Coco are great hosts, and we got 50 miles for the trolls. Let's roll.
Yeah, it is only Tuesday.
Indian, Colorado, Nagasaki, Dar, Nicole. We all proud Americans.
You would think it'd be hump day already.
Bill Mega Sheepdog, I never sorry. Listen with the future, Matt Rogers and AI. We all got bread to kill and we stay fly. Ryder and AAL are here. Yo, Drunk Coco,
Slamming another beer as he's drinking the beer.
Teresa and Josephine, all patriots, yeah, we know
Alright.
the team. Diaz brothers keeping their eyes peeled. Biden sucks, yeah, we seen it steal. Lisa D and AJ Alexander, my love and my
Feeling kinda
baby,
weird
my
today.
man, Penelope, DJT and Sugar and Brownie and Panda and Rooster. Bree and Al from Idaho. Bounce and Dorothy ain't no rhino.
Cold.
Everybody in the chat, no shady links. If I write another verse, Corey's paying me. Cajun, Marine, Offlet, David Aguilar. Yeah, we some mega stars. Eden, Daisy, and Kelly. Titty 1, titty 2, it's time to rally. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk Coco on the side, ready, let's go.
I'm all done now.
Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them
know.
know. Yo, Drunk Coco, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and Drunk Coco are great hosts, and we got 50 miles for the trolls. Let's roll. Yo, it's the Eddie
There's all
Block
kinds of new
Show.
stuff I gotta look up on YouTube, it looks like.
Let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, Drunk Coco, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and Drunk Coco are great hosts, and we got 50 miles for the trolls. Let's roll.
Cold. Dude, I got my headphones turned like all the way up and I can barely hear. I must be going deaf. What's up, Mr. Bill? Trying to see here. You always have your head different than mine.
Eddie, you a fool for this one, man.
Mr. Nice Guy.
Proud boy. Yeah, I'm a proud boy.
So what's going on? Oh, we're almost done. Let's see how much longer. We got 32 more seconds left. I forget sometimes how long this song is.
Don't pay attention.
It gives me time to get all the links done though.
2021. We're in the
I
house.
don't know why Mr. Bill's calling us troublemakers.
Conservative.
We're not troublemakers, are we?
one in the chamber.
What's the old thing when you did when you were cool? Whatever you say, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever bounces on me, whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. It was a long time ago. Ooh, it is cold here. And I've been outside all day. Freaking, oh man, so my stepdad, you know, he wants to play his flight simulator game, right? And he bought this stuff a long time ago when he played it, and he didn't know how to do it. And when he did get it running a little bit, his vertigo kicked in. So he went and sent me down to Best Buy to have his computer fixed, because he didn't use it for like 4 years. And it freaking needed updating, and I couldn't update it. It's Microsoft, you know, and I'm a Mac guy. So we took it there, and today he's been pushing me. He's like, well, you know, I really want to get that game going. So I'm like, I'll do it after I finish my house, because it's going to take me like 4 hours to try and figure out the program, plus you sitting there chirping at me and blah, 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 right? And then he's like, no, all you got to do is plug the wires in and I'll do the rest. 4 hours later, I still haven't even got the game running. Oh, man. Are you the only young person in this joint who listens to the Doobie Brothers? I listen to the Doobie Brothers, but I'm older. So, thanks to my late uncle, I started listening to the Doobie Brothers in 7th grade. I like old school music. Look, I don't like this now. That thing covers up my face. Let's see. I gotta move it down a little bit, or something. I gotta make it smaller.
I remember when I heard Hendrix for the first time. I thought it was like some new band. I was like, Dad, who is this? Are they new? And he's
really?
Yeah.
No, well, I remember, because I hung out, so I grew up in, you know, LA area and stuff like that, and I hung out with the Mexican gang. And the Mexican guys, you know, Mexican gang members and stuff, they like old school music, you know? So I heard that stuff all the time, like Brenton Wood, the Stylistics. You probably don't even know who Brenton Wood is, do you? Even though you're a DJ? Oh. Speaking of that.
I may have heard their stuff before. Kind of like the Belmonts and the Cadillacs, like doo-wop stuff.
Yeah, doo-wop type stuff. Like Brenton Wood, he does stuff like the Uggum Boogum song. Uggum, boogum, 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 boogum on, baby, you got your thing on. Or the Stylistics, the favorite song that I liked was Cowboys to Girls. Like, I remember when we used to play shoot 'em up, bang, bang, baby. Only Mr. Bill probably knows some of these songs that I'm talking about. Willow, do you know any of those songs? Snookies? Y'all might know some of these songs. The Stylistics were like the Stylistics was what was the one Lionel Richie was in? Yo, what's up, DK Records? Thank you for the super sticker, my bro. Thank you very much. That's cool. 3 red hearts on different sizes. How you been? I've been seeing you've been I haven't had a chance to come in your room, but I see you've been streaming a lot more lately. That's good. That's good, brother. How you doing? You remember DK Records, right, Drunk Uncle?
Yeah.
Liam says, my sister was into the whole Nirvana, Pearl Jam thing. Never was your thing. I remember when I was in junior high and Green Day was all the right. Dude, see, that's the thing. I listen to all music. I listen to it all. I listen to Green Day. I was a big fan of Green Day back in the day. You're banned on YouTube for a week. Be live on Rumble for the time being. We're always getting kicked off of stuff, right, DK? Everybody gets kicked off all the time. I've been trying not to get kicked off. We've been doing pretty good. When was the last time we got kicked off, Drunk Uncle?
Wow.
DK, what are you at? DK Records on Rumble? Tell everybody to go like DK Records over on Rumble. Rumble. Freaking hope you're doing good, bro. I haven't seen you in a while, so I'm glad you're back on. Willow loved the doo-wop. Right? Who else was doo-wop that I liked? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of the name. Anyways, how was your day today, Drunk Uncle?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Just went to class.
You went to class? Did you
Yeah,
did you get your butt kicked today?
a little bit.
He's all a little bit. To get thrown
Yeah, I
around?
experienced. Uh, yeah, no, I didn't get thrown around today. I pulled guard almost instantly though, so it's hard to get thrown around if you pull guard.
What does that
But
mean? So you gotta tell me what that means.
like in jujitsu, like when you start off on the feet. Grab each other and try to throw somebody down or drag them down or toss them.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of that, the whole point in we all jujitsu is going to go to the ground, and you're going to be on the ground. And so instead of like wrestling and grabbing and wasting energy,
Yeah.
I'll go up and kind of slap, maybe grab the back of your neck or something. And as soon as I grab something, I just kind of sit down to the ground and like pull you into me.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, real quick. So DK Record says, "Laugh out, this time they gave me a timestamp." Yeah. So guys, if you're not a creator, so like all the time, here's what YouTube does. YouTube will say, "Hey, you got a strike. You violated our terms of service on this video," but they don't tell you how you violated the terms of service. They don't tell you at what point. Like it'll be a 6-hour long video, and they'll be like, "You violated our terms of service." And so I'm like, okay, how did I violate the terms of service? But they don't tell you. They don't even tell you what time. So you got to watch this whole 6-hour video and try and figure out where you violated the terms of service, right? So then you reply to them, and you're like, I didn't violate the terms of service, and you appeal it, and then like 10 minutes later, after your appeal, they'll be like, yeah, we verified you did violate it. So it makes you wonder, how did they go through this whole 6-hour long video in 10 minutes to tell me I violated the terms of service? YouTube is really awful about that. It's like a pain in the butt, So I hate that. I hate that we're on YouTube, but unfortunately, that's where everybody is. Everybody's on YouTube. Nobody goes to Rumble and stuff like that. Even though lately we have been doing decent on Rumble. Like one night I had like 30 people on Rumble. I think that's the best I've had on Rumble so far. Let's see.
What?
Yeah, that was during the whole riot porn stuff. Oh, DK is definitely AI. Like, have you ever tried to get into a chat with people on YouTube? It's all AI. It's all AI. Let me see. Oh, right now it's just one person, just me, I think, watching on Rumble. Just me. Rumble, Rumble, Rumble. Your stream got muted last week while being live. The AI. The other thing, though, too, is so you get Antifa watching our stuff, and Antifa will just right away, they go in there and or some liberal that doesn't like us will go and get us kicked off of YouTube real easy. There's no way to get away from Facebook. Once you're logged in, you'll never get logged out, and they've got you by the wall. Well, I got kicked off of Facebook for good because of January 6th. Although I found a way to get back on there. That's as small as I can make that, huh? I think I can make that smaller. Uh-oh, Hope is here. We're in trouble. Ultimate Gamer says they got their Rumble. They'll start going on. Cool. Yeah, we all need help like on Rumble. Where can I put this? I don't like it blocking my face. This is too beautiful of a face not to show. Not to show. Anyways, anything else crazy happened today, Drunk Uncle? You didn't get hurt?
Well, I realized I wasn't fully healed, so I couldn't really, if I needed to roll to my left or use my left ribs or love handles, I had to be very careful because I'm still bruised over there.
DK, you didn't know I got rated for January 6th? I was like one of the very first people to get rated. So yes, I got rated. But Facebook, so like January 6th, Facebook kicked me off for a month just for being in DC. Anybody who was in DC January 6th got kicked off of Facebook. Then, after the HBO special came out that I was in, they kicked me off for good saying I supported white supremacists. I didn't know I supported white supremacists, but oh well. Man, I am really not feeling good today. We might have to go to the news quick. I feel like I want to throw up. Yeah, Ultimate was rated too. I remember that. Yeah, now you remember, right? And then you had me on your show, and me and Reno were messing around with each other. In fact, I gotta talk to Reno. I gotta send him a message. Anyways, well, let's get to the news. Let's get started. So I can get. We don't have too much going on today, do we? I think we have a couple here or there. So Drunk Uncle.
Slow news day.
Yeah, there is a couple things though that we're gonna talk about. What's his name? Alec Baldwin. He apparently is he is definitely now formally charged with involuntary manslaughter for the fatal rush shooting. Fatal. Let's see what they're saying now. You've had people trying to telling me I'm a Fed. Yeah. Oh yeah. They all say that. I'm not a Fed by any means. Let's see. So Alec Baldwin is criminally. Real quick, if I was a Fed, I would have all my computers back. I would have all my stuff back. You know. Speaking about that, oh man, why are you way over there now? Why is this showing you over there? That's weird. I gotta fix this. I gotta fix your picture. There we go. If I was a Fed, what the hell happened? Why'd everything go black? There we go. Now it works. So we were talking about this yesterday. I know somebody. I'm not gonna say what kind of person they are, but I know this person. They got in some trouble. They went to jail. They went to court. They signed a deal with the court. And, they said, oh, yeah, I'll cooperate with this such and such, this and that. Then a couple months later, somebody else that I knew got raided by the FBI and had some weird stuff happen to him. And now that person is nowhere to be found. Like, I've picked this guy up from a DUI. You know, he got arrested for DUI, but because we had a cop friend, the cop friend got him out of going to jail that night. So I went and picked him up, and then 2 weeks later, he got another DUI. And now I have a really good search engine to where I can find anybody. And I can't find this person anywhere. Isn't that kind of weird, Drunk Uncle? Doesn't that make you kind of think in your head, like, okay, so the first person ratted out on the second person. Now the second person who... Okay, I'm just going to say the second person is now nowhere to be found, and they got arrested for child pornography. And it was in the news. You can't find the news reports anywhere. You can't find the court reports on this person anywhere. So that tells you this person gets raided by the FBI for child pornography. You can't find them anywhere. That person's definitely got to be like a federal informant now or something, right? Or maybe what if this guy was a cop in the first place?
Have you tried using the Wayback Wind machine or something, or the Wayback machine?
No, I don't even know how to work that thing.
It just I think you put in like a website that you want to search, and it'll give you where somebody or it's been cataloged or something. So you could go to, Google, .com, and like do a search and get the results for that search and copy and paste that URL and see like what you would have gotten. Like it may have been like scrubbed or whatever cloned or copied or whatever from like 3 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. So you're able to go back in time and see like what those search results showed at those certain points in time.
I gotcha. I'm gonna have to go do that because like my another friend who we were both talking about this. We're like, he's the one that brought it up. He's like, you didn't know this person got arrested? And I was like, no, I didn't know they got arrested. And so he's the one that told me. And he found from the day they got arrested a picture of them getting arrested that he texted me. But now, but we can't find that picture anywhere on the internet now. So that's why it's like, Wow. Hope says everything you knew about them was a lie and they were deep cover. You know, and all you hear nowadays, well, there was federal agents in this group. There was federal agents here. There's FBI agents here. It's like, man. Mike Jones says, Eddie, they can take someone who refuses to talk and make them look like they talked. That's, you know, that's true too. But then, well, that's what they did with me. They made it look like we talked, like I talked, right? Yeah, if I'm a Fed, I suck at my job. Right? So I don't know. In fact, DK and I have a mutual friend that I got to message him. I think DK knows who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say that person's name. I got to send them a message and be like, hey, you know, do you know about this? Maybe they might know more information. You're mad at the Feds and they never mess with You're mad the Feds never mess with you. Oh, you know what? Hey, I'm a Fed, so maybe I should go have them go to your house, huh? Oh my gosh. What's up, Mr. Nice Guy? By the way, DK Records, you said you're mad because on YouTube that you can't play songs. They'll start hitting you up. Mr. Nice Guy Alexander right here, he's got Spotify. He makes all these songs, right? So the other day we were watching the riots, and I got sick and tired of hearing the chants, and so I played all of Mr. Nice Guy's album. He's got some badass albums. Let me find it here real quick. We could play one of his songs real quick, right? Shall we play one of Mr. Nice Guy's songs? It's from... where's the link now? I can't find it. I watched it. We were listening to it the other day. Let me see if it'll show. Does that show what I've been playing before? My library. It won't show me who I played before. Mr. Nice Guy, what's your Spotify real quick? Throw it up there for me. And I'll do the first thing in news. He'll even make you a song if you're nice to him. Am I on the meds again? No, I'm not doing mushrooms tonight. No mushrooms tonight. I only do that on Sundays. Alec Baldwin formally charged with involuntary manslaughter in the fatal rush. So we knew this was coming. Alec Baldwin is criminally charged for his involvement with the fatal rush shooting that led to Helena Hutchins' death. Baldwin was formally charged with two counts of involuntary manslaughter in the alternative Tuesday, according to the court documents. So what were they saying? Prosecutors say Halls may have handled the gun improperly before it was given to Baldwin. They're saying he was careless. Like he didn't do his training that he was supposed to do. They say, today we took another important step in securing justice for Helena Hutchins. In New Mexico, no one is above the law. Sounds like Texas. Baldwin's deviation from known standards, practice, and protocol directly caused the fatal death of Hutchins, the documents state. By not receiving the required training on firearms, not checking the firearm with the armorer, letting the armorer leave the firearms in the church without being present, deviating from the practice of only accepting the firearm from the armorer, not dealing with the safety complaints on set, or making sure that safety meetings were held, putting his finger on the trigger of a real firearm when a replica or rubber gun should have been used, pointing the firearms at Hutchins and Souza, and the overall handing of firearms is in a negligent manner. So that's a whole bunch of stuff that this guy did wrong. Whole bunch of stuff. Like nowadays, Drunk Uncle, you know, I mean, we have, my brain's freezing right now. CGI, right? So you can use a fake gun, you know, use the fake gun and you can make it look like that thing's shot. Here we go. Mr. Nice Guy. Oh, I can't click on that link. Why? It won't let me click on that link. Uh-oh. Can you do it again? See where it says source equals copy? That's something wrong with that, Mr. Nice Guy. So, a lot of people are saying he did this on purpose because he did not like the person. He was arguing with the person, right? Wasn't he arguing with that person?
He's probably arguing with a lot of people. A lot of people were upset. I think like half the crew like walked off that day because the safety protocols followed, and they weren't getting paid or something.
Yeah.
I don't.
He's like, I'm Alec Baldwin. Don't you know who the frick you're talking to? I'm trying not to cuss now because we actually we're trying to get the money from ads. So we're trying to put ads on this show now. So even though, you know, because it's easier for you guys. And that way me and Drunk Uncle make a little bit of cash. Drunk Uncle making his cash already because I gave him a camera. And he's got a couple of shirts. Matt says everybody's complaining about safety. I never liked Alec Baldwin anyways. I never liked any of his. I mean, I love Hunt for Red October, but not because of Alec Baldwin. I just liked the movie. Sean Connery was in that. That was a bad movie. A badass. I can say badass on YouTube, can't I? That was a badass movie. But like that show.
Not because of him.
Like, I love. What was the game show that he was hosting? In the old days, I liked that show. What was the game show Alec Baldwin was doing? Mr. Nice Guy, can you throw that link one more time? I couldn't click on it. Oh, wait, you know what? Maybe I can go over here and look at history. Oh, nope. Uh-oh, Alexis is here. We're in trouble. And Stephen Atkins says, good evening, everyone. Sounds like a blood clot or something may have caused your dad's death. No drug reactions. But the funeral director is requesting for medical records. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, Stephen, was your dad vaccinated? Just curious. Uh-oh, the superstar David Aguilar is here. Yeah, well, the liberals, of course, are going to defend him because they're all liberals. No, what was that show? Match Game, that's what it was. The Match Game. There we go. Now I can click on this one, I think. It still won't even let me click on this one. That's weird. Hold on. Let me try something. I bet. Can I just type your name in and find you? Search. Mr. Nice Guy Alexander. Is this not your... That's a podcast. Artist. Albums. There's a lot of Mr. Nice Guys on here. It won't let me copy and paste it, guys. I'm trying to click on it and it won't. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me open up... Let me go to YouTube and maybe I can click on it. We're trying. DK, you still here? Because DK, go to YouTube and maybe you will like him. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now I got it. Yeah, this is it. All right, so we'll play one of Mr. Nice Guy's songs real quick. Drunk Uncle, you're a DJ. You can let's see, which one should I play? I think I like this one. Oh, I like all of them, but what's up, Irving? Let me see. I want to find the one that I like. Oh yeah, I like this one. You can play this kind of music. This is Mr. Nice Guys. Can you hear it, Drunk, or is it all? Ooh, whoops, I forgot. We're doing commercials today. I can't play cuss songs. But there you go. If DK Records is still in here, there you go. Let me see. Which song of these probably doesn't have Big Business? Let's try that one. Thank you, Hope. I just see your text.
I didn't quite catch that. Could you please say that again?
I'll send it to DK. I'll send it to him through a private message on Discord.
Mr. Nice Guy. I'm all about big business, homie. What you talking about? I need the green, forget the fame.
But if you're still here, DK, you can play all of his songs and promote them. Get people to buy a Spotify album. Because that's my boy. Alright, let me, how can I add this to my collection? We'll do this, say to my library. There we go. It's added to my library. Now I can keep it. Anyways, back to Alec Baldwin. Steve. I feel whether I fail that daily with my pops. You lost your grandpa after Christmas. That sucks, Mike Jones. Who's Snooki's dance partner? Snooki's has all kinds of dance partners. All the guys are fighting to be her dance partner. Drunk Uncle is going to go down to Florida and be her dance partner. Right, Drunk Uncle?
Oh, yeah.
Can you... Drunk Uncle won't drive more than 30 minutes to go meet anybody. All right, so let's see. Biden's Justice Department changes presidential pardons for the worse. How can he change presidential pardons for the worse? Is he going to cover up all of his son's stuff? You mean I can go and I can pardon my son? I can pardon myself? How much you want to bet that's what he's doing? Let's see. The Biden administration has spent the last 2 years reversing almost every decision, executive order, or regulation put into place by Donald Trump. This comes as no surprise on issues that largely break along partisan lines, such as climate change, gender identity, and immigration. Elections have consequences after all, but the Biden team has now taken their crusade to erase Trump's legacy to absurd lengths, going so far as to nullify one of Trump's clemency decisions. Nowhere do presidents have more authority than when granting pardons and commuting prison sentences. Presidents turn to clemency process to right a prosecutorial wrong. There we go, I said it right. As President Trump did in the case of Philip S. Formes. Now the Department of Justice is trying to undo his clemency. He was indicted on 32 counts related to his healthcare business. During the trial, a magistrate judge strongly criticized the prosecutor's unethical moves to uncover and utilize information that was clearly covered by the attorney-client privileges. Interesting. It's easy to win a criminal case when you know the other side's strategy, and that is exactly what happened, pointing out that the Justice Department blatantly broke the rules and then tried to cover it up. Do you remember any of this? I don't even know what this is all about. The magistrate characterized the prosecutor's conduct as deplorable, shocking. The magistrate's findings were ignored for the judge's trial. So what is he trying to do? Looking to right or wrong, Trump commuted his sentence to time served, but that's not the end of the story. Still stinging from the criticism of misconduct 2 years later, the Justice Department is working feverishly to reverse Trump's clemency decision. They intend to retry him on 6 counts where the jury couldn't reach a verdict. That's kind of some bull BS. Oh, you got a new puppy today? How many dogs do you have now? You got more than me, I think. I only have 2 now. The fact is that Trump granting of clemency was intended to end the government's prosecution, and now they're going after him even more. Yeah, thank you, Stephen. I'd have a drink for your dad today, but we had one the other day, and I kind of not feeling good today, So this is like, they're like breaking double jeopardy, kind of. You know what double jeopardy is, Drunk Uncle?
Yeah, you can't be charged for the same crime twice.
Yeah, it was a good movie, too. Ashley Judd. Have you seen that movie? I know you don't watch movies, but...
I think I have.
Ashley... I just remember because Ashley Judd, actually, they show her topless in that movie. But, her husband was rich and was having trouble with money. And he, so he faked his death and blamed her. So she went to jail... So that way he could get, the kid went to the mom, I think, and he got to keep the kid, his own kid, after pretending to die. When she got out of jail, she found out about it, and she found him. Because she knew she didn't kill him, right? But he made such a good fake that she went to jail for it. And so when she got out, she went and found him, and she killed him. And they couldn't arrest her again because she already went to jail for killing him. Kind of a cool thing, right? Anyways, Facilities Expo in Portland, Oregon, May 10th through the 11th. Maybe I can go visit. Maybe I can go up and visit. Guys, I look at these ads too much. Fox News has me. I'm an ad watcher. I'm an ad watcher. Trunk Uncle was like, Eddie, keep going. You want to explain everything, but it still takes too long. Right, Mr. Nice Guy? So let's see. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis responded Tuesday to an ongoing series of criticism leveled at him by former President Donald Trump. Which side are you guys on? Are you more of a Trump supporter over DeSantis, or are you a DeSantis supporter over Trump? I'm still in the middle right now. Yeah, Winona Judd? No. I wouldn't want to see her.
I think that DeSantis probably has a higher likelihood of getting everybody on the more people on the Republican side, because there's definitely a percentage of people out there that are just kind of turned off by Trump.
Yeah. I mean,
so it's all about not who you think is going to be a better president, but who you think is going to win, basically, or who could win.
Well, think about the way I used to explain to people. I was like, you know what? I'm like, when you hire somebody to do a job, and would you rather that person be nice or get the job done? Like when you have a business and you hire this person to keep the business going, would you rather lose money because they're nice or make money because they're rude? I would rather have the person that gets the job done, makes me money, and is rude over the person that is really nice and loses money for me. You know, and yes, you know, Trump should have, maybe Trump went too much on his tweets and stuff like that on Twitter. But here's the deal. We're not going to like every single thing everybody does. So, but Ron DeSantis, the thing that worries about me is, you know, people say, well, boy, Donnie sure is following Panda around. Trump is, or DeSantis is a politician. I have trouble trusting politicians. That's what I don't like about DeSantis. I don't trust these politicians at all. X Galaxy says, or Mr. Nice Guy says Trump. Mike Jones, Trump or I'd vote Biden before any other? No way. Wow. Andy says he's fine with either one of them. Sagittarius says only Trump. Which way are you going, Drunk? Oh, now DK, did you get the link for Mr. Nice Guy? Did you hear Mr. Nice Guy's music? Yeah, but Cora, Trump pushed the jab too. Trump did push the jab too. I know I keep cutting you off, Drunk.
And Trump only. So does that mean if he didn't get the nomination, like if he lost in the primaries, you just wouldn't vote? Is that kind of that means?
No, I think because I said a little bit of both, and you know others are saying, you know, only Trump, not both. I don't know. We'll have to ask him. What, Donnie? He wants a treat. Oh, but so Donnie was going crazy to go outside this morning, so I let him go outside. There you go. And he was really going crazy outside, and I didn't think that it was too cold. I'm like, I'm not going outside to see what's going on. My stepdad told me we had a wolf pack outside my house. Like right out here over where where my little stream is in my house. Freaking good thing Donnie didn't get out. He would have gone and tried to mess with those wolves. He would have got his ass kicked. Huh? You would have got your butt kicked by some wolves? Huh?
No.
Yes, I know you got a big head, but...
Stop embarrassing me. Look at boy.
Mordecai says anybody should beat Biden. That's if they don't. I can't say that word because YouTube will kick me off. Dude, you had 2 treats already, and you've had like 10 today. So Florida, Ron DeSantis responded Tuesday to ongoing criticisms. Trump took his latest swing at DeSantis on Saturday, claiming that the governor, whom he had previously nicknamed Ron DeSanctimonious, was misguided in the COVID-19 pandemic policies. There are Republican governors that did not close their states. Florida was closed for only a period of time. Trump said to reporters they're trying to rewrite history. Trump went on further during his Saturday events in New Hampshire and South Carolina. He was in South Carolina? You should have gone. How far are you from South Carolina? Like 1 hour, 2 hour, depending on where?
Depending on where, I can get there in an hour to the border.
You can get to the border in an hour? Right on. Let's see. Trump, Jim Jordan. You know, I'm going to be... A lot of people are saying Trump and MTG. I don't like Marjorie Taylor Greene for vice president. I really don't. I already know who Drunk Uncle is going to say. He's been saying it for a long time. And he only likes her because she's pretty.
No, she sounds like she sounds like she's knows what she's talking about. I don't know. She is pretty, but I don't know. I like what she says.
You like what she says? Okay. I guess. Oh wait, you know what? Let me look at something real quick. Let's see. I don't know. I'll look it up later. I'm watching this new show on Netflix, and it's from Colombia, and it's all these they're called the babies. The girls are the babies, and they're the drug lords. And there are these 3 smoking hot, beautiful women. And the cops that are... shoot. It's going to follow me now, isn't it? Yep. Let me stop it. So the cops that are following them around, it's a team of cops, and they're DEA agents down there in Colombia, and they're all women, and they're smoking hot women, too. It's not Narcos. You know, let me see if I can see it. Let me see. I don't even know if I can get on Netflix while I'm live streaming because they like to block that kind of shit. It's called this one, El Final. Oh wait, I don't want to play it. Oh wow, it does let me play it. Interesting. But I'm trying to show you guys. Like, let me see. How do you go?
En este momento todo el mundo está viendo la noticia.
Well, here, you guys can see the girls in it. Watch it. You'll be able to see it in a second, Drunk Uncle. Well, that's the episode I'm on right now. Never mind. It's called El Final del Paraíso. It's a novela. Do you know what novelas is? It's like a or what is it? It's like a soap opera. Novela soap opera. And look at all these girls are just smoking hot. Like this is the one I'm in love with right here. The one in the one on the left. This girl right here. I don't know if it shows my marker. But I mean, these girls are just smoking hot. And I'm only watching it for the girls. But now I got into the storyline. It's pretty interesting. But here's the main picture. That's what got me to actually start watching the show. So the one in the red boots. Oh my goodness. She's smoking. And they're all smoking. They're all like models. They're all models. Anyways. Now you guys know what I think about when I'm not watching the show. Willow says, I can't get past Cruz's nose. Mordecai wants Alex Jones for president. Okay, let's think about that for a second. What do you think would happen if Alex Jones became president, Drunk Uncle? He would just tell us everything.
I think they would have him killed immediately.
I am not giving you no more treats. You think they'd have him killed immediately, huh? Even for press secretary, I don't think he could be the press secretary. He'd be like, all right, guys, I told you, 1947 was real. The aliens are here. Like you watched that movie. What was the movie? Men in Black. Michael Jackson was really an alien. Who else do you think would be considered an alien? Like, who else is crazy enough and Hollyweird to be an alien? But he's going to tell us it all, He's going to be like, MK Ultra was real. I told you. Look, I got the documents right here. They're like, sir, you can't. That's classified documents. I'm the president. I'll say whatever I want. I'm not going to give you a treat, dude. Hope says to give him a treat. Should I give Donnie a treat? Look at him. He's just begging for it. Huh?
So we all know you are.
No, forget you. Of course I'm going to give him a treat because he's Donald J. Trump. All right. Anyway, whoops, wrong button. But yeah, if frickin' Alex Jones, I don't think they would even allow him to be president because he would give away too much information. Right? I think he would. I owe it to my fans. I got to tell them the truth. The FBI, the FBI told me it was all Nancy Pelosi who started January 6th. It was Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer.
Wait, what? I wasn't supposed to say that? Sorry. Cat's out of the bag, though. I guess I can't take it back.
Alex Jones' very first press conference. He's going to be standing up there, right? And he's going to be saying something, and all of a sudden somebody's going to walk up behind him, and he's just going to go... Like, remember that thing that happened to Russia? I've shown the video on here before. It's hard to find that video now. In Russia, when they're talking about what's the name of the submarine that went down? It starts with a K. Do you remember that? Drunk Uncle, you don't remember that?
That was the place. Cutter?
No, it was called the Kursk. The Kursk. Okay, there it is, the Kursk. So when the Kursk submarine went down, they were having a press conference in Russia, right? And one of the moms was there, and she's like, F you guys killed my son, you could have done this, and you could have done that, and all of a sudden you see a lady walk up to her, and you see a syringe. And then you see something then hit the lady with it, and like 10 seconds later, she just goes, shoo, and then they drug her out. That's what'll happen to Alex Jones if he ever becomes president, because he'd be telling us way too much stuff. No joke. What do you guys think? Am I right?
Yeah, they would. He would be like the Bernie Sanders to the Democrats. They can't. They wouldn't let him do that.
Probably not. Oh wait, we got to take a break. We got to do I forgot. We're gonna start doing this every day. We're gonna go to my friend Debbie's, and we're gonna show you. Oh look, she's first person up here. She got a new car. What kind of car is that? I don't have any kids to take care of my son. What kind of car is this? I can't even tell. Is that? It's a Lexus. Oh, she bought herself a Lexus. Nice. But let's see who's working at her bar today. What pretty girl is working tonight? Oh, it's Outlaw Okie tonight. You guys want to go to karaoke? 3 shooters for $10. Starts at 9 p.m. 3 shooters for $10. That's not bad. I don't like looking at her channel because she keeps showing all these dogs that need to be adopted, and I can't do it because it makes me want to go adopt all these dogs. I guess she didn't post one today. Oh no, dang, only 20 minutes ago. She's posted that many things today. Who's working tonight? That's all we want to know. I should have this pre-set up, huh? Come on, who's working tonight? Okay, she doesn't show. Well then here, let's look at her photos. I'll show you one of the girls that's been working lately. Here you go. This girl. She works for... This is one of the girls. Girl has a video going right now? Cool. What do you think, Drunk Uncle? Drunk Uncle's like, yeah, I could handle her. All right, next in the news. Transgender Instagram model allegedly murdered her dad, murdered their dad. I don't know which way they're transgendered. Stabbed the sister after an argument over a laptop. Wow. What the heck is this thing? I'm not going to that website again. So a transgender Instagram model allegedly murdered her father. So if they're saying her, does that mean she's a transgendered female and used to be a male? And stabbed her teen sister inside their New York City home following an argument over a laptop. Nikki Secondito, 22, was indicted in Brooklyn Supreme Court on Monday on murder, attempted murder, and other charges in connection with the killing of her father and nearly fatally wounding her 19-year-old sister. They said in a statement that the defendant is charged. My office will vigorously prosecute the horrific case and seek justice for the victims. They said Nikki snapped after years of family turmoil when her father told her that she had to move out of the house in the Bensonhurst neighborhood of Brooklyn within 30 days. The 6-count indictment, which was unsealed during the hearing, alleges that Secondito admitted to coming out of her bedroom around 5:20 a.m., spotting her father asleep on the couch, and bashing his head with a hammer. Okay, I'm looking at this picture. Which one do you think? Tell me when you see the picture. Hearing commotion in the living room, the sister attempted to intervene. That's when she allegedly stabbed this 19-year-old in the back, head, and stomach. But she survived. Which one do you think is the killer?
Brown hair.
They both have brown hair, though, don't they?
One on the right.
You think that's the male? They both...
Yeah.
I don't know. They both kind of look... Dang, you guys beat me to it. I was going to go there. Matt Rogers both and Mike Jones said mental illness. That's what I was going to ask you guys. So, we've talked, they say people that are transgender have mental disabilities or they have a mental illness, that causes them to think that way. Do you think that could be the case here? I don't know. So she says, I wanted them dead. And the New York Daily News reported that she tried to blame the attack on a fabricated pair of robbers during a home invasion, but later admitted to being behind the bloody rampage. Just 40 minutes after police arrived at the scene, she told officers they took my effing family. 2 men broke into the kitchen. They left through the window in the kitchen. They stabbed my father and sister. They tied me up. They tried to rape me. Wow. She must be totally transitioned then if they tried to rape her. Well, I guess not. I guess she didn't have to be totally transitioned then, did she? The Post reported about previous turmoil in the family. In 2020, she said she was born Nicholas Secondino, but transitioned to being a woman in her late teens, adding that her dad was supportive. She was sent to Rikers Island, where she remains held without bail. But they don't show which one is her. Carlos Secondino shared a photo smiling with his 2 daughters. But it doesn't show which one is her. I guess we can look her up. But what do you think, Drunk? Do you think she's had do you think mental illness caused both this and her to become transgender, or no?
Well, I mean, it could be a variety of things, but, short answer, yes.
For both?
I mean, it is. Well, gender dysphoria is a mental disorder, so that you already checked that box.
Okay.
But unless something was like horribly done wrong to you, who goes and bashes and stabs their own father and sister while they're asleep unless you're mentally ill in some way?
They said this person's an Instagram... Okay, now here they definitely look like a male. But this person's an Instagram model with only 6 posts. Model, actress, entrepreneur. You can tell in this picture that that person is a former male. So you were right. It was the one on the right. I don't know. To me, they both kind of look like... They both kind of look like they could have been males. Dad was supported and he still got killed, says Matt. And think about this. So she killed her dad because she's mad because he kicked her out, right? Well, you're still kicked out because, I mean, now your dad's dead. So you're still not going to be living in at home, right? I mean, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Disgusting. It's not like her dad was maybe, I don't know, I don't think her dad was doing anything. All right, so a lot of you guys are not going to like this one. I mean, it's not bad, but they're trying to stop religion. At least from what the title sounds like. So it says, anti-religious bigotry, Nebraska Dems amendment would ban kids from vacation Bible schools and church youth groups. How can you ban vacation Bible schools and church youth groups? What's your guess how they're trying to do this, Drunk? What do you guys in the chat think?
Yeah, look, I was about to say the word, and it was right in the subhead. You're going to call it indoctrination.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I didn't even read that far. Oops. There we go. I keep going to the wrong, because I keep going to the wrong thing. Boris says, I won't even call him or her. I'm not catering to anyone. I kind of have to because YouTube rules. All right, so a Democrat lawmaker in Nebraska is being accused of anti-religious bigotry by Republicans after she proposed to ban children from attending church youth groups or vacation Bible schools. I thought Nebraska is a red state. State Senator Megan Hunt says her amendment, which would ban children under 19 years of age from attending a religious indoctrination camp, is intended to kill the underlying bill, LB 371, a measure put forward by Republicans to ban minors from attending drag performances. Oh my gosh. So she's doing this in retribution. Am I using the right word? Because they are... She's mad that they're going to ban Drag Queen Story Hour, so she's going to ban Bible camp and youth group. Wow. XLC says they're trying to change every...
It's not going to happen. I mean, this is Nebraska. Just because somebody brought something up, then, you know, it's not going to happen.
Is Nebraska part of the Bible Belt?
Sounds like it.
Well, let's see. So she says her... Yeah. The text of the amendment asserts that there is a well-documented history of indoctrination and sexual abuse perpetrated by religious leaders and clergy people upon children. Retaliation. Thank you, Sagittarius. This amendment that I will use to make a point. So she's only doing this to make a point. So basically she's wasting a whole bunch of time. This amendment obviously won't pass, and I would withdraw it if it had the votes to pass. It's a device to make a point, so there's no need to worry. So you wasted people's time and money on this. But the GOP lawmakers accused Hunt of, at best, not taking her job seriously, and at worst, displaying condemnable intolerance. The bigotry she's shown, I'm thinking, in this amendment, is a joke, is alarming, Republican State Senator Julie Slama told Fox News. Nebraska is just under South Dakota, very red state outside of Omaha. Well, of course, all the capitals are blue, right? What a joke. She's not going to get reelected. Well, depends on where she is. If she's part of like the big cities, then she will. Let's see. Hold on. Wait. I got something for her.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this.
That's what I think about her. The Democratic Party is always lying. Lincoln is pretty blue too. Lincoln, Nebraska. Well, that's a pretty big city, isn't it? All right. Pennsylvania man repeatedly raped a child, taped her to a punching bag, and beat her for feeding the dog.
Okay.
And I saw this, and I'm trying to figure this out. Does he not like dogs? I wonder how he treats the dogs then. So let's read this. So it says down here, Pennsylvania man accused of repeatedly raping and beating a 10-year-old girl, including after the girl allegedly angered him by feeding a dog, has been arrested. So you get mad at her, so you rape her? It doesn't sound right. Roscoe Roy Jr., 42, was arrested and charged Friday in Cumberland County by the Lower Allen Township Police Department for rape of a child, aggravated indecent assault of a child, and strangulation. He was also charged with 2 misdemeanor indecent exposures things. Alexis is trying to pick out a new name for her puppy, guys, so give her some names. What kind of puppy is it? Police launched an investigation in May of 2019 after the child reported the sexual and physical abuse to a child advocacy group. So this child reported this in 2019, and it took him till 2023, almost 4 years, till she actually was beaten for this to become possible. It says the abuse was allegedly carried out in 2018 and 2019 at Roy's home in Mechanicsburg. Roy most recently lived in the neighboring Harrisburg area, but has since been described as homeless by police. Oh, here's a picture of this fine young piece of junk. Court records report that the girl said she would sleep in Roy's bed and had woke up on one occasion to him raping her. During another attack, the girl said she passed out and thought she would die, only remembering Roy's hand allegedly around her neck. This is disgusting. The girl also alleged that she angered Roy on different occasions when she fed a dog in his house. He allegedly responded by duct taping her to a punching bag and beating her. He allegedly told her he would kill her if she told anybody about the abuse. The court documents show that the girl said she felt like Roy treated her like a rag doll and raped her as punishment. This is definitely disgusting. In another alleged incident, the girl said she refused to get Roy cigarettes and beer, which reportedly sparked Roy to pull her by the hair into a bathroom where the tub was filled with water. He allegedly tried to drown her and then threw her down a flight of steps. This is... Who keeps water filled in the tub? That's kind of different. That's questionable. Not that I'm sticking up for the guy. I don't know. That just sound... if it doesn't sound right. The charges were filed after a lengthy investigation. Roy is being held on $200,000. That's it. Wow. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about the bathtub story? That's questionable to me. Who keeps the bathtub full of water?
Maybe he's getting ready to take a bath. That's when it happened.
That's true.
Like, I'm gonna take a bath. When I get out, you better have me some cigarettes and beer. And they're like, I'm 15. I can't buy you cigarettes and beer.
She was only 10.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
How's he supposed to? I was supposed to get cigarettes and beers. Like they're telling them something they know that they can't do, just so you can do whatever. Or maybe he filled up the preemptively just to do that.
That makes sense for sure. Wow. I used to date a girl actually that, like, the first day I came home when she was she was at the house, and I came home from work. She was cooking dinner. I walk in the door. She's like, the bath water's hot for you. Go take a bath, and then dinner will be ready when you get out. And every single night when I came home from work, she had the bath running. and dinner on the table when I got out of the bath. But she was a psycho, so I had to break up with her. Okay, so this is something I think they're going to talk about what Hemi told us last night in this story. It says Tyree Nichols' family dismisses rumor in Memphis man's beating death after police stop. I'm guessing they're going to talk about what you guys were saying. And about the possible relationship. Yeah, okay, so it's a rumored relationship between Tyree Nichols and the wife or girlfriend of one of the 5 Memphis police officers is not true, according to his stepfather. Well, of course they're going to deny it, right? You wouldn't want that out. My son was not messing around with one of the officers' wives, he told supporters outside his home in Memphis. I mean, you wouldn't admit that. Police tried to cover it up. Wells continued, they are still trying to spread rumors about my son. That is not true. To know that my son was calling out my wife's name and we were not able to hear him to help was devastating. I mean, yeah, that was pretty bad. Hold on. I gotta stop this. I don't want you guys to see this again because I don't want to get stopped on YouTube. I don't know. What do you think, Drunk Uncle? Is that something... that's something you wouldn't want getting out, right?
Yeah, for all he knew, he maybe didn't even know the girl was married.
That's true.
I was messing around with a married girl, and I didn't know she was married. But when I did, like, I was like, she tried to say, like, it's an open relationship, and I was like,
Very true. You don't always know. That's true. People are scandalous nowadays. Like, also, Matt Rogers says, what parent knows everything about their child? That's true, right? That's very true. That's very true. Some of those pleas for Vice Lords gang. Yeah, and Mike Jones says if it is true, then it's going to be worse than the cops. I guess Boris and they picked the name John Wick. That's kind of an obvious choice too, I would think. John Wick being the name for Steven's.
Well, one of the stories that I've seen, I didn't read the book or anything. I just was scrolling by, but it mentioned that this gentleman worked at FedEx. So
Oregon, it is coping with one
an
of the worst.
easy way to see if the story even attempts to hold water is if you find one of those cops that has a wife or girlfriend that also works at FedEx, then you can come to a conclusion that there's at least something there. It may not be exactly what's going on.
Oh, I thought you were going to go a different way with this.
But they made a point to mention in the story where they were talking about the rumor of him sleeping with one of the cops' women, wife, girlfriend, was that he worked at FedEx. So my initial thought was the person he was sleeping with must have also worked at FedEx.
Well, see, and so I went a different direction. I was thinking, okay, maybe she's one of the customers. And the South Park made a whole entire episode on, except they used UPS. They thought the UPS driver was sleeping with all the wives, and they're like, "Why are you buying more stuff from Amazon?" So they tried to kill the freaking UPS driver because they thought the UPS driver was delivering more than packages to the wives. So I don't know. We'll see. I guess. It's going to go to court, right? So when that trial happens, we're all going to be. I'm going to restream that trial for sure. So that'll be cool, and we'll find out. And then I think hopefully riots don't happen after the trial. Dude, you walk in and right away you're begging for treats? No. He's not getting one for sure this time. All right. So get this one. This one's funny. Portland faces lawsuit from disabled residents over taxpayer-funded homeless tent crisis. Here's what I'm guessing. because the tents are on the sidewalk, I bet you this homeless or this handicapped person is suing because they can't go up and down the sidewalks. I have experience in this kind of stuff. What do you think, Drunk? Yeah?
Pretty much. That's my...
It says, nearly 3 years after the start of the coronavirus pandemic, the city of Portland, Oregon continues to have one of the nation's most visible homeless problems as thousands of tents and tarps remain set up across the city in unsanctioned encampments. But now a lawsuit filed on behalf of Portland residents with disabilities has uncovered the source of perhaps the vast majority of those tents: the taxpayers. John DiLorenzo, who represents the plaintiffs in an American with Disabilities Act lawsuit against Portland, said the taxpayers are paying the county to put tents in place, which the city is in turn charging the taxpayers to sweep up. It's sort of like trying to walk up the down escalator, he said. During the discovery of the lawsuit, DiLorenzo says he learned Multnomah County Joint Office of Homeless Services paid $2 million for 22,000 new tents and 70,000 tarps. It was also revealed that JOHS had virtually no accounting for who eventually received the tents and where they were set up. So, I mean, looking at this picture, there's no way I could get my scooter or my wheelchair between that building and the tent. So I think I'm on the right track. You provide the homeless individual... Huh?
Watch it be dusted.
Watch it be dusted.
That's fine.
I hope not. You provide them 22,000 tents and tarps over a couple years. We believe the likelihood is quite high that most of those tents and tarps are what ended up on the sidewalks, streets, in the parks. The lawsuit seeks to require the city of Portland to remove all encampments that currently block public sidewalks and parks. See, I think we're on the right track. It claims Portland is in violation of the ADA Act by allowing tents and tarps to impede those people using wheelchairs, walkers, or canes to get around. Woohoo! I agree. Dennis Theriault is the spokesman for Johns. In a statement, he tells Fox News outreach workers generally tell people to sleep where it's legal and safe to do so, to avoid being swept. And they offer information on where folks are allowed to be, but they can't ultimately control where folks set up. Yes, they can. It's called you go out there and you tell them to move. Taxpayers are getting hit on both ends of the tent crisis. They paid for the tents, and now they're going to have to pay for the lawsuit. Mr. Bills and Matt are both from Oregon. What do you guys think about this, guys? Portland is a dying city that lost a hater. Has Portland ever been good? I've only been to Portland since it's been bad. Has Portland ever been a good city? Mayor Ted Wheeler spokesman Cody Bowman said the cost is justified. We have 800 self-sided, unsanctioned campsites across 146 miles of Portland. Alexis says Portland is a s-hole. I don't know if we can say that word on YouTube and be suitable for ads, so I don't know. Portland is following Detroit's lead. All right, let's see this one. I think this one's gonna be funny. That's why I chose this one. Drunk Uncle's not gonna like it, maybe. Did you see fentanyl is now legal in British Columbia? Really? Matt says Portland used to be one of the most beautiful cities in the country. Andy said the same thing pretty much. All right, only Mr. Bill says, did you see that fentanyl? I did not see that anywhere, Mr. Bill. That's way too big. That's what she said. Hold on, wait.
That's what she said.
I need to get a better one of those.
That's what she said.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Still the best quote of his thing. Okay, a Florida man bites off pet python snake head in a domestic dispute. So who do you think the pet python belonged to? The girlfriend or the boyfriend?
Generally, I wouldn't one, but wow, a snake. But that's being presumptuous of me. So I'm gonna think it was his own snake.
I'm still trying to figure out what this thing is right here. I don't know what the heck this is. It's some kind of electronic thing. So you don't think women normally... I actually think a lot of women have had pet snakes. I think they do. Boris says 15 years ago when he was in there, it was pretty clean. All right. So let's see in Miami. Welcome to Miami. A Florida man allegedly bit off the head of a pet snake during a domestic dispute. Police officers responded to an apartment complex after receiving a report of a couple arguing. Upon arrival, officers heard a fight between the man and a woman inside. After multiple commands from officers instructing people inside the apartment to open the door, police kicked it in when they heard the woman scream inside. The man, identified as 32-year-old Kevin Mayorga, hid behind the door when officers opened the apartment door. After multiple commands opened the door, police kicked it in when... Oh, wait, we already read that. While police attempted to arrest Mayorga, officers say that he resisted, even striking an officer in the face with an arm that was handcuffed. Officers eventually placed the man in leg restraints because he kept resisting when officers attempted to arrest him. He looks like Antifa, doesn't he? Can you see his face yet? I think he looks like Antifa. They said once the man was restrained, the woman told police officers that Mayorga bit off the head of her pet ball python. Officials said, adding that the snake was found next to the door with a detached head. Mayorga is in a local jail and was initially charged with domestic violence. How big is a ball? Aren't ball pythons huge?
It must have been a baby if he was able to get things head in his mouth.
Oh no, the ones that I'm seeing right here don't look that big. The head's pretty small. Okay. It's got a pretty small head. Wow. How do you bite the head off a python? This dude was seriously messed up. Mike, you were wrong. Sagittarius says it was both of theirs. You know what this is? This is like, what, you gonna leave me? Then fine, you're not gonna have your freaking pet snake anymore. If you had a snake, what would you name it?
Flash.
Flash?
Yeah.
Flash. The snake was like...
Slash from Guns N' Roses like snake, so that's the first thing that pops in my head.
Okay. What would I name? If I don't see... I'm like Indy. I don't like snakes. So Lillian says, in British Columbia, they are not going to be arrested or charged for possessing small amounts of illegal drugs for personal use. The illegal drugs are opioids such as heroin, morphine, fentanyl, crack, and cocaine. So I've never had... Well, I guess I have had opioids, huh? Because I've had pain meds. Morphine, I've had only in the hospital. Fentanyl, I've had only in the hospital. Never had crack, and I've never had cocaine. Interesting. We got to go to British Columbia, Drunk. Go. Can you imagine the parties they're having out there? Oakland's going to start doing that next, I bet. But no, I'm like Indiana Jones. I do not like snakes. No freaking way. No snakes for me. But what would I name a snake if I had it? What's it? Well, I don't know what I would name a snake. It would take me a while to name it. All right, you want to see how stupid people are in California? A California sinkhole swallows the third car in 2 weeks. Now, I saw something on this, not this article, but I think it was on Facebook. Or no, it was on YouTube. There was a video. And they have barriers telling people not to go down this street. And people still drive down it and get stuck in this hole. This is California. It says a massive sinkhole that has completely split a road of 2-lane road in San Joaquin, California. Oh, that's in the Central Valley. Has now swallowed 3 separate vehicles despite the hole being clearly marked. The sinkhole broke out earlier this month when the California Highway Patrol that a compromised retention pond caused the road to erode. Video from January 17th shows water seeping through the roadway and clearing out the material from underneath the pavement. But just hours after the Highway Patrol posted about the unsafe conditions and placed road closed and flooded signs nearby, a car drove right through the flooded area on Casan Road. Photos of the initial incident showed the car lopsided as it started to fall through the road. The next day, the road totally collapsed. Officials said on Facebook, saying that the people should not attempt to drive around the placed barricades and warning sign with the site long-term closure. Despite that, people still drove down it. A second vehicle ended up in the collapsed roadway about a week later. The California Highway Patrol wrote, "This can't be real," with photos of the incident. We're at a loss for words. That's where I saw it on the Highway Patrol. If only there were signs and or barriers that could have prevented this. Now I remember seeing this. And even the law enforcement agency was seemingly surprised when on Saturday it happened again. Look at we can't make this stuff up. It happened again. We can't make this stuff up. This was 100% preventable. There is no excuse. The signs are clear, visible, and unobstructed. Okay, let's go back to Facebook and let's look at the CHP. Oh, I still got her picture up there. CHP. California Highway Patrol. Oh, wait, it was the highway. It was the Tracy one, huh? CHP Tracy. CHP Tracy. Here we go. So let's just show you. So it's a truck. Well, of course, they drive a Ford. They drive a Ford. Matt Rogers says the Darwin Award of the Year winner. But it's a Ford, so what do you expect? Ford drivers. Look at it. Look at this freaking truck. Holy jeez. But these are the barriers that are blocking the road. Tell me when you see the barriers, drunk uncle. Just wait till you see the freaking barriers. Paul E says stupid is what stupid does. These dumbasses drove around those barriers. Let's see if are there more photos. But like I said, once again, it is a Ford driver. It is a person in a Ford. So that was the other day, and look, so there should be another posting. Yeah, this was the other car that did it. This is that a BMW? It looks like a BMW. Wow, they totally destroyed their car. And there, once again, is the signs blocking the road. Only in California. What can I say? California knows how to crash. California. So, you know how yesterday we talked about the homeless people refusing to go to... in New York City that were refusing to leave the hotel that they got put up in? Their fancy hotel that cost $250 a night. Remember that, drunk?
Yeah.
Well, now the mayor of New York City, a Democrat, pleads with the White House for more help on the migrant crisis. I thought they like illegal aliens. All of a sudden, they show up in their city, and whoa, I don't like illegals anymore. Sorry, we don't like them anymore. Ah, shoot, I gotta do this again. I gotta turn that feature off on this camera. So after migrants, when I'll say the real word, illegal aliens, faced off with New York City police over being transferred from a hotel to free housing, Eric Adams has called the entire situation very frustrating. I'm extremely frustrated, said late last month. Speaking of nearly 21,000 illegal aliens who have been bused to New York City, thank you, Texas, for doing that. Thank you, Governor, starts with the name. What the heck is his name?
Abbott.
Dude in a wheelchair. Anyways.
Abbott?
Yeah, Abbott, thank you. He had recently returned from El Paso, Texas, a city that ingests nearly 1,000 immigrants a day. So he's complaining about having 21,000 of them there when El Paso gets 1,000 a day. In December, Adams declared a state of emergency, claiming there is simply nowhere to house all the illegal aliens. Thank you, Mike Jones. Republican border governors who have long complained about the state of the border have recently started exporting the issue to Democrat-run cities that have criticized their handling. These cities, due to welfare apparatus, diverse communities, and distance from the border, were already appealing destinations for illegal aliens. But now, with governors like Greg Abbott and Ron DeSantis shipping them out to them, they're starting to get upset. Do you think this is going to help? Do you think this is going to help our problem? You think maybe now the Democrats might start wanting to get rid of illegal aliens?
Maybe.
Look at this. So here's what the New York mayor says. I have Republican governor dumping on my city. I have a Democratic governor dumping on my city. That is where the national government should have stepped in and wait a minute, let's coordinate this issue. Wow. He's even complaining about his own governor. He said a Democrat governor. Ooh, I don't think he's going to get reelected. Since April, Texas busing strategy has successfully provided much needed relief to our border communities, overwhelmed by the historic influx of migrants. Yeah, think about this. So, I said I've told the same story before. I used to love listening to Michael Savage. Michael Savage was a radio show host. He had his little dog Teddy. He lived in San Francisco, and he said, "You know how to solve our issues here in California with the money?" He said, "Put a cop in every single hospital. And if you want to go into the hospital to get help, you have to be an American citizen. And if you're not, you can't go in the hospital." And he said, because you know why your hospital bills are so expensive, folks? Because we're paying for the illegal aliens. They charge us tons of money because of the people that don't pay. Which is true. And look at what they're doing, in New York. They took these illegal aliens in and they put them in a $255 a night hotel. You're giving them a prize for doing illegal stuff. That's like somebody murdering your sister and the government giving them a brand new house. Same thing. I'm totally against this. We need to close our border. You want to come here legally? I have no problem with it. But coming here illegally, I'm sorry, no. All right, this is the last story of the night. Maxine Waters, you all know who she is. I want you to fight like hell.
We got a lot of reaction.
Maxine Waters paid her daughter $192,000 in campaign funds in 2022. $192,000, drunk. Wouldn't you like to be Maxine Waters' daughter or son?
No.
It says Karen Waters has received more than $1.2 million running slate mailers from her mother's campaign. California Democrat Representative Maxine Waters continued her long-standing practice of funneling campaign cash to her daughter to run a lucrative operation during the 2022 election cycle, which netted the younger Waters another six figures in payments. Karen Waters pocketed $192,300 from her mother's campaign to keep her slate mailer operation afloat. The setup involves outside campaigns paying Waters' campaign to appear on the slate mailers or endorsement mailers sent out to constituents in the LA area. The practice is highly unusual on the federal level, and Waters appears to be the only one national politician using it to grab committee cash. Slate mailers, however, are a commonplace in our home state of California. I don't even know what slate mailers are. The critics say it involves deceptive practices over one campaign paying another for a politician's backing in the election. Waters received the green light to run the operation from the Federal Election Commission in the fall of 2004. Since then, Karen Waters has received more than $1.2 million in payments from her mother's campaign. $1.2 million. The practice has also proved profitable for Waters' campaign, while most of the cash it garners is from individuals running for local public offices in the Golden State. So, by listening to what I've read so far, I don't know what these slate things are, but here's what it sounds like to me. She goes to other politicians and she says, hey, you give me $100,000 and you can say Maxine Waters supports you. Does that sound about right to you, Drunk Uncle? Does that sound like what they're doing here?
Could be.
Well, let's read on. In 2010, when Harris sought the California Attorney General spot, her campaign sent $33,000 to Waters' campaign for slate mailer placement. Later in 2016, Harris paid $30,000 more to appear again. So she's paying $33,000 just for Maxine to support her. Additionally, Democratic Governor Nate Newsom paid Waters $45,000 for the service while running for lieutenant governor. Most recently, controversial Los Angeles District Attorney George Gascon dished out $36,500 to Waters for slate mailers during his campaign. All right, we got to look up what exactly slate mailers are. And I got to get that ugly picture off my computer. Slate mailer. Here we go, slate mailer. A slate mailer is a publication created by a campaign or for-profit consulting service that is mailed to voters and that contains lists of candidates or ballot measures along with recommendations and endorsements. Okay. But why? Interesting. Wonder if she has any mirrors that are not broken, Stephen Atkins says. Okay, so let's see what else this says. Waters' campaign did not immediately return a Fox News request for comment on these payments. Craziness. Don't know what to say. I hate Maxine Waters. I've met her before in person. Yeah, Mad Maxine Beyond Thunderdome. Let's see if there's anything else we can look at here. Let's see what else. Oh, I guess they arrested a sixth officer today in the thing to deal with Tyree Nichols. Jenna Ortega is unrecognizable in a no makeup lingerie selfie. You know I want to click on that, but I'm not going to. Michigan inmate dying of cancer begs Governor Whitmer for freedom after 46 years. What's up, Brandy B. Savage? Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Their co-workers in here.
Yeah, she got a fight coming up in a couple days.
She got a fight coming up in a couple days? All right, Brandy, when you're wrestling this person, if they're good looking and they have a nice body, do me a favor. Rip their gi off. And Drunk Uncle, you film it. Can you do that for me? Just do it for me.
She's boxing. She's boxing this weekend.
Okay.
That's what she more does. They do jiu-jitsu or wrestle that much. She boxes and kicks people.
Never mind. Well, I guess maybe boxing. You could punch downwards to where it'll maybe push her shirt to where it'll just go bloop. Right?
Punch her in the...
Let's see. Let me see. Is this even a picture of her? Oh, it is her. I think that's her, isn't it?
Yep.
That is her.
Yep.
Right on. Okay, so Drunk Uncle, what do you think about this? You're in jail for murdering somebody. You get a life sentence. And you get cancer. Do you think the judge should let you out?
For what?
Because you got cancer.
No.
Well, look at it. The Michigan inmate is dying of cancer, begs Governor Whitmer for freedom after 46 years.
I'm sure he would like to spend. I mean, well, was he sentenced to life?
I'm guessing
life
she was sentenced to life.
If parole's an option,
I'm guessing.
because they do compassionate release. I've heard of that.
But that's like if a family member dies, not if they are.
No. Compassionate release is kind of a shitty thing. You remember Orange is the New Black? That one crazy lady that was always walking around talking about her husband was going to take her dancing.
Oh, kind of.
Old lady.
Okay,
and
I think so.
They released her.
I think so.
Like, most of the time, people they can't fend for themselves, so they only last about 2 weeks before they die.
Right on
the streets.
Oh, real quick before Brandy leaves. So, Brandy, I'm watching this new show on Netflix. It's called El Final de Paraíso. These girls are called Los Babies or La Babies. They're drug dealers from Colombia. They're like big time drug narcos, right? And all the cops that are trying to arrest them, it's a novela. You know novela. So all the girls are like smoking hot. I'm in love with these girls. You're Mexican and stuff, you know, but what do you think? Like, I'm in love with this one right here, this girl. Oh my goodness, she is so gorgeous. But they're all like, oh my gosh. You guys, if you have Netflix, like, see, here she is. This girl is just smoking hot. She's got a gun in her hand. Tell me when it pops up, when you see it. Can you see it on that? Can you see it all the way? Yeah, you can see it. She is just, oh my goodness. I am in love with this girl. I want to marry her. I would go to hell for the rest of... And you know what I don't get? Her boyfriend is cheating on her in the show. Yeah, this is on Netflix. Her boy... And it's they're taking it down on February 28th, so you got to watch it now before they get rid of it. It's in Spanish with subtitles. But I mean, like at first, I only watched it for the girls. But now I'm watching it because I actually got into this show. Like, I mean, look at I just love girls with curly hair, I think it is. Is that what it is, Drunk? Because I like girls with curly hair?
Could be.
I mean, but look at these girls. And all of it, like, there's a lot of gratuitous, like, lingerie, them walking around in their underwear, them walking around in thong bikinis. You know, I'm surprised the Briegel brothers aren't here. They would love this show. But it's all about, they're all drug lords, and they're in charge of, they're like the bosses of the drugs. Yeah, you'll love the show. I think I've talked to you through Drunk, so I kind of know that since you might like something like this. I'm just in love with this girl. All right, I should go back. Let's see what else we can find for news. Did you hear any news today, Drunk? That I did miss?
A little bit.
Okay, what did I miss?
Supposedly, Hunter Biden sounds like had like prostitutes on payroll.
Who did?
And Hunter Biden had prostitutes on payroll, like wherever he traveled to or whatever.
I definitely am.
What was it? Oh, but he disguises them as assistants. And so they found an email where this person reached out to, I guess, his secretary and was like, hey, I didn't get my payment from this week to this week. I went to the dentist, tried to get some dentist work done, and my insurance had been canceled. And they're like, I guess I'm asking if I've been terminated. I can't seem to get a hold of Hunter.
Really?
Sends email and then reply back. I guess Hunter replies back to her like, directly, and it's talking about FaceTiming, like, and they have to be naked and they can only talk about sex. You can't talk about anything yet. Like, just weird.
Really?
But this is his assistant.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he has prostitutes that he pays to be his assistant. Whenever
I
he goes
gotcha.
to L.A., New York, wherever, he has a hookers on payroll.
Interesting. Well, let me see if we can find that. But look at this. So we're at Gateway Pundit. It says lunch lady arrested for stealing $1.5 million worth of chicken wings from low-income Illinois school. How do you steal $1.5 million of chicken wings and nobody notices it? You know I gotta read this story.
Take a few here, a few there. They get in 10 cases. She takes half a case and does it for 5 years.
I don't know. So when I was 19, I worked at Burger King. And we would take stuff home. Like, so we had a big, huge barbecue, right? And we were, like, great friends with the manager. Like, the manager, she was married, but she had a crush on me and my friend, and we'd always flirt with her. La Concha, we called her. La Concha. And she would come she came to our house for this barbecue, right? And she walks in and we're like, "Hey, Letty," and she's like, "What's up?" We're like, "Would you like a burger?" And there we have Burger King burgers. Or would you like some chicken nuggets? We had chicken nuggets, right? But the final straw is she went in our bathroom to go to the bathroom, and we had the toilet paper roll was like this big. You know the big, huge toilet paper rolls they have at businesses? She's like, "Is there anything you guys don't steal?" She's like, "You could have at least hid it from me." I'm like, "Hey." Yeah. Mike Jones says their bill was over $300K for that person. Brandy says, "Yeah, if someone has a life sentence for murder, they need to spend their life in jail, health or not. If she was a model inmate and had parole, they would have let her out before now." That's a good point. I never thought about the parole stuff. All right, let's see how this lunch lady stole 1.5. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong page. Let's see how she stole $1.5 million of chicken wings. And please, no racist jokes. They're already popping in my head. A lunch lady was arrested for stealing 1.5 million. Drunk Uncle just. Well, I mean, come on. You knew she had to be black. I can say that at least, right?
Everybody loves chicken wings. I'm just saying, you were like, "Don't say anything. Don't you say what I'm thinking in my head." Like, in your head, what the?
Right? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Brandy. Look what I got. Oops, I got to turn it around. Polka dot. Drunk Uncle said this is the best one to get, so we're going to try that. Mike Jones says 11,000 cases of chicken wings. All right, so she's arrested for $1.5 million worth of chicken wings from low-income Illinois schools during the height of the COVID pandemic. According to court records, Vera Lindell, 66, began stealing the chicken wings while students were forced to stay home and take classes remotely. Even though the children were learning remotely, the school district continued to provide meals for the students that their families could pick up. Interesting. Liddell ordered 11,000 cases of chicken wings from one of the school's district vendors and picked up the food in a cargo van. The chicken wings were never delivered to the school. It is still unclear what happened to the chicken wings. Okay, that kind.
Okay, something already doesn't make sense. Okay, I used to work at a Weeds. I know how big a case of chicken wings is.
Okay.
How are you going to get 11,000 cases of chicken wings into a cargo van? That is not possible.
Yeah. Maybe she had a box truck. Maybe they're talking about a box truck.
Even 11,000. You think, I mean, a case of chicken wings is about yay big.
Maybe she made multiple trips.
That'd be a lot of trips.
Definitely a lot of trips.
You must have had a fire set up too. Like, how are you going to store all those chicken wings?
Yeah, that's true too. The other one I have is called Golden Door. Have you ever heard of Golden Door? You can't see it really good on there. Hold on. Gosh darn it. Called Golden. You can't really see it. This stuff's supposed to be really strong too. Anyways, back to the news. So she ordered 11,000 wings. The chicken is still unclear what happened to the wings. A routine audit conducted by the Harvey School District 152 manager revealed that the school district food costs were $300,000 over budget only halfway through the year. She was charged with theft and is being held at the Cook County Jail on a $150,000 bond, according to the outlet. The service food director for impoverished South Suburban School District is accused of... Oh, never mind. Let's see. That's it. That's all they say. Huh. 11,000 cases. I mean, that's just dumb. Maybe she figured, well, I'm 66. Don't, you know, when you, folks, if you're going to steal something, you steal a little bit of it. You don't steal a whole bunch of it. She stole it all in 1 year, drunk uncle. $1.5 million worth of chicken in 1 year. 1 year.
Yeah, see, I was thinking that, like, when somebody threw out the 11,000 cases, I was like, oh. So, you know, however many cases come in, you just shave a little bit off the top and, like, consider that, like, oh, I dropped those.
Right?
You know, everyone wants to drop a wing. I can't sell that, so that's why the count's off.
Yeah.
And you just do that every week for multiple years.
Right? Well, I mean, like, when we worked at stuff, you know, if the wrong food got made and it sat there for more than 10 minutes, you had to throw it away. And so, you know, if somebody was hungry, we would normally make the wrong food. And after 10 minutes, you'd be like, hey, manager, we got to throw this food away. Because you'd have to mark it down, right? Because Burger King and Taco Bell make us mark it down. So normally the manager would just say, well, then just eat it. Are you hungry? You want to eat it? So after a while, everybody just started making stuff wrong on purpose so they could get the food.
Yeah.
But that's just taking a little bit. Right? You know? Stuff like that. It's just the way it is. Dang, sugar is getting big.
Yeah.
All right, so look at this. A fully vaccinated and boosted 6-year-old child. Now, I'll say this. This is my opinion. I don't think kids should be vaccinated. This is just my opinion, folks. It's not truth or fact, nothing like that. But it says on January 25th, at the age of 6, Anastasia Weaver passed away unexpectedly in the emergency room of Akron Children's Hospital in Boardman, Ohio. Her mother, Jessica Day Weaver, said that her husband, Andrew Weaver, found Anastasia unresponsive around 6 a.m. This is the hardest post I've ever had to make. I'm not going to read that part. Weaver said that 15 minutes after being taken to the hospital, she was pronounced dead. Wow. But what?
When you say kids shouldn't be vaccinated, you mean this new thing?
I mean untested vaccine. Yeah, like polio.
Yeah.
I'm talking about polio. You know, stuff that's the vaccinations have been around for years and years and years and years. Yes, I have no problem with that stuff. But something that's just made.
Clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah, just clarify. I didn't know if you were kind of like Jenny McCarthy and thinking that some of them cause autism, but which maybe have some relevance to. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know, there are a lot of people. I do know a lot of people here in California that are total anti-vaxxers. I have a lot of friends who have kids that have autism that say that they're totally. They have it. They have totally. I'm trying to think of a way I can say this on YouTube. They believe wholeheartedly that the autism was caused by when they gave their kids the polio vaccine and stuff like that. Now, is every vaccine going to be 100% cool for everybody? No. Everybody reacts differently. But, you know, I don't know. Kamala Harris and senior Biden officials are going to attend Tyree Nichols' funeral. Interesting. Hemi says it's a proven fact. Nell says, I am now 100% anti-vax. And Mike Jones says he's a pure... Hemi says no debate to be had. It's possible. Let's see, what else is in here? You have to make up for back work. Hunter Biden threatened to withhold assistance pay if she refused to FaceTime him for sex. There you go. There's the information about it. Biden confronts Spock after leak to media reveals FBI search Penn Biden Center in November. Activists outraged after California cops fatally shoot knife-wielding double amputee trying to run away on his... Okay, this... I gotta look at this one.
There's that story I was talking about.
Yeah, I'll go back to it. I just saw this one and I had to see it. Huntington Park police officers last Thursday fatally shot an armed double amputee trying to run away on his stumps. Okay, so double. His 2 legs were cut off, it looks like, or amputated. Anthony Lowe Jr., the 36-year-old W amputee, was armed with a 12-inch butcher knife and had just stabbed somebody unprovoked. Huntington Park police received a call about a man in a wheelchair who had just stabbed another man. When police arrived to the scene, they saw Anthony Lowe hop out of his wheelchair with a large knife in his hand. Lowe tried to run away on his stumps and ignored orders from police to drop his weapons. They first used a taser, but the taser failed. They then said in a statement that police fatally shot Anthony Lowe after he continued to threaten them with the knife. The cops said they have the video. I don't know if I should play the video or not. Should we play the video?
Maybe just a little. I just want to see how he moved.
Okay.
That's what I'm curious. Not necessarily the stabbing.
Oh, he's pretty fast. He's pretty fast. Wait till you see the video. He's really fast. Oh, and that's a big old knife. Oh, he's waving it at the cops too. Okay, I don't think they're going to show the shooting, so that's good. This dude is fast. He is really fast. He's really fast. Wow. Okay, so you want to read the Hunter Biden story?
No, we don't have to. I just noticed that you scrolled across it, and I was like, "Oh, that's the ones."
I kind of wonder what the woman looked like. They're not going to show her picture.
You know, Hunter has a kid with a stripper that they don't want to recognize.
Yes.
And like the lady, the stripper's like trying to be able to name the kid with the bad last name, and Hunter's like trying to get the court to block it.
No, Matt, he didn't throw it doesn't look like he threw the knife. Yeah, I've heard about that story, about them having yeah. Let's see if there's anything else. Leaked FBI search Biden's office at Penn Central in November. Okay, what's the other one I go to? There's the Gateway Pundit. There is, there's another one I always look at. Project Veritas. But Project Veritas, we can't really, a lot of their stuff is stuff that we can't talk about on here. Like they're talking about Pfizer.
Well, I think they came out and admitted that the way they were doing exactly what that guy said that they were doing.
Really, did they?
Yeah, pretty sure.
You know, I haven't even watched these yet. I'm gonna have to check these out. Let's see what's going on Twitter world. Let's see what's on the Twitterverse. Sometimes I got 4 notifications. Why do I have 4 notifications? Okay. Trunk Uncle gets on Twitter every once in a while. Katie. Oh, here's Katie. Here's your friend, Mr. Bill. That's that girl. Remember when I was in Arizona and there was that beautiful blonde lady? Let's see what they're talking about. Lou the Carebreaker. Hakeem Jeffries. We will not allow Social Security and Medicare to be sacrificed. I don't know. Ah, we made it to 8 o'clock almost. We're almost there. Somebody's not happy with Jim Jordan. I'm going private to increase visibility. Or you retweet right now? Let's see. NASCAR event. If a F Trump neighbor came knocking on your door begging for food, would you help him? That's a good question. If a Democrat came knocking on your door for food, would you help him out, Drunk Uncle?
Probably. They'd have to listen to me talk while they're eating, though.
There you go. So what is this about? Katie Mitchell. This is one of the hardest puts I've ever met. On Friday evening, my daughter Kenzie, on the heels of her 18th birthday, was horrifically assaulted by her boyfriend Kanye. She had went to his house after school and was their usual routine, and she was met. I guess he sexually assaulted her. Wow, look at the pictures. He messed up her eye bad. She's a gorgeous woman. Well, you know why I like her. Let's see, testing the private mode theory. Have you ever used a record player? Yes. Drunk Uncle's like all the time. China owns roughly $1.5 trillion worth of U.S. debt. What would happen if China called in the U.S. debt? We'd be screwed. We'd definitely be screwed. There's Melania. Bill Gates squirms when asked about his relationship. Oh, yeah, we were talking about yesterday. If you were in a public place, I would love to see that gun sitting on this guy's side. What the heck is this all about? Uh-oh, little kitty cat. Let's see. Thank you for subscribing, Oxygen Rising. Let's see. Elizabeth Warren. If Republicans hadn't spent nearly $2 trillion on the tax cuts, the U.S. wouldn't need a debt ceiling increase. Maybe if the Democrats didn't spend so much money on illegal aliens, we wouldn't owe any money. Or welfare. Cher said, if Trump is elected to be president in 2024, I'm going to blow my brains out. See you later, Cher. Environmental protesters closed the road. Now, why would you... So, here's what's stupid. You're an environmental protester, right? You hate gas engines. Yet you're going to stop a car and make them sit there longer and use up more fuel.
See you, Chappie.
Oh, Chappie's leaving? See you later, Chappies. 3 hours road work and 1 hour strength conditioning all before work. Then evening training. I'm tired. Good night.
Yeah. Don't overtrain.
Yeah, if you overtrain, then you lose all your curves. You gain curves in your arms, but you lose the curves. Front and back. Don't lose the curves. You're... Oh my gosh. Oh, don't look drunk. Don't look at the video that's playing on Twitter when it pops up drunk. Don't look. Everybody don't look. Pink demands pro-life Americans never effing listen to my music again. I don't listen to your music in the first place. Another full house for day 7 of the Alex Murdaugh trial. Who is Alex Murdaugh? By the way, I've been seeing that trial a lot. Do you know who Alex Murdaugh trial is?
No, I've heard the name, but I don't know who it is.
Let's see if there's anything good on YouTube real quick. Oh, let's see what... Oh, he just walked. Exploring a park in Folsom. Camille Vasquez surprised by Amber. Is it... Who's Camille Vasquez? Pink's a dude? You think so? Show me your budget, McCarthy. Man pulled from burning car, just exploding. Oh, I'm not going to look at that stuff. Gomer Pyle. Anybody remember Gomer Pyle? Okay, who is this actress? What movie is this actress from? I'm trying to think. She looks familiar. She was an actress in a oh my goodness. She was like abused or something in the movie I remember her from. I forget who she was, what she's from. Well, what's her name? Anna Kendrick. And Anna Kendrick. Remember she was like beaten up or something, or... Oh, no, never mind. That's a different actress. That's the girl from... What's that stupid movie my ex-wife used to always watch? Where they're singing all the time. Whoa, here you go, drunk uncle. Is that a fake picture, you think? That's got to be fake. Think that's a fake picture? You'll see it in a second. Wow, Nels knew exactly what picture they were from.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably a fake. Probably photoshopped. Oh, look at the baby elephant. Name this celebrity. I don't know who that celebrity is. Gender pronouns debate right now. This is why we can't see the clients list. I wonder if this is photoshopped or not. DK Record says I take one for the team. Oh, you're gonna like this one. It has Dave Chappelle in it.
Oh no. He's crazy, Joe Rogan. He's
all
crazy.
Right, Matt Rogers, you tell me if you like this one or not. It says every Marine is first and foremost someone who hoped the uniform would get them laid. Is that why you joined the Marines? Is that why you joined the Marines? Women do like men in uniform. A Star Trek holodeck coming in the near future? No way. Can you walk through this thing? That's got to be fake. Can you walk through it? No way. No way. Biden, pay more, live worse. Squid, you're Army Airborne. Thank you for your service. Anyways, all right, guys. It's after 8 o'clock. We got our news done for today. Matt says he started telling his family when he was 8 years old that he was going to be a Marine. Nice. Nice. All right, guys. Well, it's after 8. We're going to have to go. We're going to go relax and chill. I got to clean up this mess that the dogs made over there on their food. I bought this food thing. It's supposed to catch all the food, right? I didn't realize how big it is. Huge. Look how huge this thing is. Cause see all the mess Panda makes on her food bowl back there? And then I got her these. Cause she moves her food around all the time. So I'm gonna try putting her food on here. Maybe she won't make a mess with this either. They're food trays. They're supposed to stop them from... The food's supposed to get stuck on the tray, so it can't move around. So we'll see how good that works. Huh?
A bowl.
A what?
So their dish looks more like a plate than a bowl.
Oh, it's a bowl. No, but she does. Donnie has a dish like this deep, and she does it with his food too. She goes in there and she moves it with her nose. She's trying to bury it, they say.
Yeah, Sugar does that. She gets so excited when it's time to eat that she just buries her face in there and food flies. But she wants so much food that she cleans it all up. She ain't letting any of those crumbles go anywhere.
Oh no, my dogs are spoiled. The minute it hits the ground, they don't eat it anymore. Little brats. Oh wait, we showed AOC and I forgot to play her song. Let's see. And this one's for Drunk Uncle.
I'm dead sexy. Look at my sexy.
Oh, no, that wasn't the one I wanted to play.
Hey, don't knock masturbation. It's sex with someone I love.
You know who that is, right?
Well,
Woody Allen. Woody Allen, the guy, the pervert. Well, I mean, he's a Hollywood. He's a pervert.
Did he marry a minor that was his related to or something?
I think he slept with his daughter. Woody Allen messed with his daughter or something like that.
Stepdaughter.
Was it a
He married
stepdaughter?
his stepdaughter.
I don't know.
He's like Asian thing.
Yeah, his wife was Asian, from what I remember. Anyways, all right, guys. Well, thank you for being here. We hope you enjoyed the show. I'm going to go feed Donnie. Come here, Donnie. Come say goodnight. Monster. Say goodnight, Donnie. There goes Donald J. Trump. All right, guys. You have a good night. Good night, everybody.